Joining us now from the Reed Center in Central Virginia is Executive Director Harriet Scruggs. It's great to have you with us.
It's great to be here.
Earlier we talked about the secret shame that adults who are illiterate or can only read at a basic level aren't advertising this fact.
No, they aren't. And what we find out as we talk to them, for years and years and years, they've been able to conceal that ineffectively. And that's a skill that many of us would like to learn. And so we encourage them to understand that they come to us with skills and we want to add to those.
It's interesting you mentioned that they'll hide it. It's almost like someone who might be hearing impaired. You know, they'll get by looking at context and trying to figure out what you're saying.
That's right. And they maneuver through workplace settings, through churches, in their communities, and people don't know that.
Perhaps this is why the number, an estimated 2 million people who read at a basic or below basic level in Virginia, is so stunning.
It is stunning. And you take that down a peg, in Metro Richmond area, the 2000 U.S. Census found that over 102,000 adults over the age of 25 were without a high school diploma or equivalent. 30% of those were below 8th grade attainment educational level, and 5,000 of those read below the 5th grade level.
And we're talking with you, you're with the Reed Center, but we should also point out that there are other centers in other parts of the state that also allow help for adult learners.
There are.
But for your center, tell me what people can expect.
When you arrive or when you pick up the phone and call us as a student, we do an initial intake. We find out information about your educational background, what you want to do with your experience at the Reed Center. We schedule an assessment exam. We look at that. We get a sense of what your needs are and what your strengths are. And then we decide with you whether or not you want a classroom setting or a one-to-one tutorial arrangement.
What kind of time commitment are we talking about here?
We ask students who come to us, our adult learners, to commit at least 1 year. And we often get that, but we also know that life happens, that these are heads of household, these are adults who have children, adults who have work commitments, so that may be less than a year, but we encourage adults who leave us within that time span to come back.
And you told me earlier that this program really works because volunteers are offering the tutoring.
Volunteers are at the core of what we do. We have a small cadre of instructional staff, professional educators, but assisting them are over 175 volunteer tutors who we train, and then they work with the students. So this is just a wonderful thing to see happen.
So what might happen? They'll work out their schedules, maybe work together after work or before work. How does this arrangement play out?
It depends upon what is going to work best for the student, and that's key. If there's a student who does not function well in a classroom or group setting, then we would arrange for that student to be enrolled in one of our 10 classes across our service area. If this is a student who would rather or functions better in a one-on-one setting, then yes, they make arrangements with their own schedules and they meet.
So the key is breaking down the embarrassment factor or the desire to hide this and then saying, look, let's start. It's never too late to start reading.
It's never too late. We have adults who are 79. Average age is about 43 to 45. We have 18-year-olds. And we encourage everyone who has a desire to read to come to the Reed Center, and we will help them.
What's that web address?
The web is www.reedcenter.org.
That's a great word to learn how to read if you're going to start with one.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much, Harriet. And again, we want to point out that whether you're in Southwest Virginia or Tidewater or Southern Central or Northern Virginia, there's always a literacy center there for an adult who wants to learn.
Absolutely. Nearby.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.